Welcome to this edition of Tax Matters. I'm your Fulton County Tax Commissioner, Arthur Ferdinand. On today's program, we are privileged to have as our guest Vince R. Williams, Mayor Pro Tem of the city of Union City, Georgia.
Hello, Mr.
Mayor,
Ferdinand.
welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
It's a privilege to have you here.
Thank you.
Now, you are in Union City. Union City is one of those little cities along Route 29 as you head down south, and they're all very, very nice little cities along that thing. It starts off with Flat Shoals, and then I think it's Union City, Fairburn, Palmetto, and then to the west is Chattahoochee Hill.
Chattahoochee Hills, yes,
That's right.
sir. Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about your city.
Well, Union City is a quaint town, but it's no longer a little city. Union City is, we're right, with the last census count, we're right up to almost 22,000 as far as population. But Union City is one of the only cities that still has a great deal of promising undeveloped land along the South Fulton Corridor. Union City is an industrious town. We have a lot of business and huge names that a lot of folks really don't recognize that would be in Union City. We have GE is housed right in Union City. We have Newell Rubbermaid, Clorox, Caterpillar, a lot of name brands that folks just wouldn't think would be in a little place like Union City. And I tell you, one of the most promising things that we have, and we can't really say anything right now, we have another name that a lot of us use every day that will be coming to Union City with a lot of job opportunities, probably close to 500 to 700 jobs, and we'll be making that announcement very soon.
I was going to ask you about new opportunities coming, but you told me not to ask now.
Yes.
Well, that's very nice. But when I go down to South Fulton, it's so pastoral and peaceful. And as you say, Union City has a lot of undeveloped land.
Yes, sir.
So you have businesses, then you have farms and ranches down there too, don't you?
Yes, we still have a few farms. Now most of the ranches, as you well know, are probably over in Chattahoochee Hills and some of the Palmetto areas. But Union City still has a lot of farmland, and a lot of families that were born and raised in that area still run those farms. And in some areas of Union City you can find farm life with chickens running around and different things like that. But we still have a metropolitan area in our central business district area with the restaurants and some shopping and those type of things that people look for in a small area, but also not too country for them, But a lot of us are country, and we enjoy the area.
Or you're a farmer with your country boy with farmer's hands?
I am a country boy, not a farmer. Yeah, I'm a country boy, not a farmer. Now, I just love what has happened in the Union City area with the growth, and certainly am welcoming any opportunities that certainly we are going to be blessed with in the very near future.
That's very good. Now, you I don't know if it's your good fortune or what to call it, but the mayor resigned recently, and you had to take over as mayor pro tem.
Correct.
And you found you're just about to enter into the tax billing season with millage rates and all the stuff.
Right.
What was your budget looking like at that point when you took over?
Well, to be perfectly honest, and I believe in being perfectly honest, one of the things that concerned me was where we were with our budget. We were looking at a possible deficit. And one of the things we had to do, because we did not, under no circumstances, want to cut services or slash our staff. So what we did, we went in, we had to make some tough decisions. That's what leadership is. Leaders do make tough decisions. Oftentimes they're not what we want to do, but we must do them. We had to raise our millage rate, certainly. We raised the millage rate right at 5 mills, which gave us an opportunity to make sure that we maintain the level of service that we provide to the residents and the businesses in the city. But one of the great things about that, and as you well know, part of that need to raise the millage rate was because of the assessments over the past few years with our property values. and the property values have gone down tremendously, as many of our viewers know. And to make up that shortfall, we had to raise the millage rate. And if folks really take a look at it, if you're paying, probably about $50 a year for the taxes in Union City, you're paying $50 for the services that we provide, which includes fire, parks, police, and all of those type of services. And what I share with a lot of folks, if you take a boat that's on the fire truck, that's probably $150 for one boat. That's not a $50 tax bill wouldn't take care of that. So what we did, we went in and made the tough decision to raise the millage rate. We had no problem with our residents or our businesses. Certainly, this is not the time that folks want to hear about raising taxes or the millage rate. But the beauty in that is, once the economy starts to make its real turnaround, because I certainly see it happening, in the next couple of years, we'll be able to go in and bring that millage rate down, and people will feel that ease of comfort in their purses and their pocketbooks. So certainly, we are happy that we were able to adopt a balanced budget for 2014, and we're going to move forward with what we need to do as we move into a brand new year.
Well, that's very good. I'll just add for your viewers, even with the increase in the millage rate of 5 mils, you're not even close to the highest millage rate in Fulton County among our cities. So you're lower than some of the other cities,
yes,
number
sir.
one. And number two, I'd say that even with that 5 mil increase, the taxes that an individual taxpayer pay at this point in time is still lower than what they paid in 2009. At the height of the economic boom or the housing boom. So they're still paying lower taxes than they did 4 or 5 years ago. And just slightly more than last year as the market starts going back up again. So I don't think people could object very much to that.
Right.
For the services they're going to get.
Right, and I tell you, I have to personally thank you, because you were very instrumental in helping us put together a simple to read fact sheet to just lay that out so people would be able to understand, from 2009 up until now. And, oftentimes people need something in their hands to see, and once they have that, they get a better understanding, rather than you tell them, hey, I'm going to raise your millage rate. Well, why are you raising it? What is it going to look like? And we were able to share that with them.
Very good.
Yes.
Now let's move a little bit now to other parts of the economy. Okay. In Union City, you have probably some of the biggest auto dealerships down there.
Yes, we do.
And they seem to be thriving very well.
Yes. Well, we have the car dealership row is what I call it. It's right on the 138 corridor, Old Jonesboro Road, and we have the Lexus dealership, Don Jackson. We have the Heritage Volkswagen. All of the dealerships, that you can think of. If you want a vehicle, you can come to Union City, and most people do. That's where they come. They come to Union City to purchase their vehicles and drive away happy, leave their tax money in Union City, and we're happy as well. So certainly that has been one of our strong points, because they have thrived even when it was tough. For the auto dealership industry. And I speak to them daily, and they are doing great business. One of the things that I found out, their biggest business right now is used autos and also their service departments. So they are beefing up their service departments, because most people are trying to hold on to their cars when they get them.
Well, I'll just say, I support the car dealerships in Union City.
Yes,
I bought
sir.
my vehicles down there.
Yes, sir.
And serviced my vehicles in Union City. Now, just down the street from this, the dealerships, is Shannon Mall.
Yes, sir.
That has gone through some very, very tough times.
Very tough.
And now that is it in bankruptcy?
It is
or
in bankruptcy.
Foreclosed? Which one?
It's in. Let's just say it's in limbo right now.
It's in limbo.
What I can share, there are some great opportunities on the table right now. I can't reveal anything, but it won't come back as a mall. It won't come back as a mall. Our council on last Monday, what we did pass a resolution to rezone that mall from regional shopping center to town center mixed use, TCMU, which will afford developers and interested parties to come in and do a mixed-use development where you can get shopping, restaurants, maybe house an educational institution there. And there's going to be a lot of opportunity there. Movie theater, there are a lot of things that can be done. And we are about to make an announcement in the next 30 to 60 days about what's going on.
You can't make an announcement on my show?
I cannot do that, right? I don't want to do that. But I tell you, when I find out, I will come here and make that announcement.
Yeah, that's very good. You know, when the Shannon Mall closed, that was, to me, a big economic hit.
No, it was to us.
In a small city like Union City. And I frequented that mall, as a matter of fact, you know, because Sears was there.
Yes, sir.
And I still use Craftsman Tools.
Okay.
So now to find a new Sears place to use Craftsman Tools.
That's right.
But I wish you well with the redevelopment in that area and that mall. That's a big opportunity.
It is.
And could be a big economic and tax boost to Union City and the county.
Yeah, when that mall closed in 2010, it was, you know, heartbreaking to so many folks. But we have turned that eyesore into something positive. We've held our annual concerts over on that mall parking lot, and you know, we've had Keith Sweat. You know, we're going to have Al Jarreau on September the 1st. So we always have upwards of anywhere from 15. When we had Keith Sweat, we had almost 50,000 folks on that parking lot. Yes,
Very
sir.
well. At least you had good parking.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Now let me, for the voters, for the citizens out there, you're Mayor Pro Tem, and you just had to step down as City Council.
Yes,
because you're Mayor Pro Tem.
Yes, sir.
And you're running to fill that void of mayor.
Yes, I will be running this fall for the seat of mayor. And that was one of the reasons that I stepped down, because Georgia law requires that a sitting council member, if he's running for what they call higher office, you know, to vacate the seat, which is what I did because I don't want to do anything illegal. Well,
Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you.
It has been a pleasure talking to you here. I wish you all the best in your election and in revitalizing Union City and in getting Shannon Mall back on track. Thank you very, very much for coming.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for all you do. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Rick, stay with us. Welcome back, everyone. Joining me now is Gladys Bradfield, Property Tax Administrator. Welcome to the show, Gladys.
Thank you, Dr. Fernand.
You must be very happy now that you got your tax bills out.
I feel a lot better. I feel a lot better. It's been a long process, but it has happened. The tax bills are on the streets. They are in the mail. The people have received them as of last week, and people have already started to pay.
Very good, very good. I know the county and the cities appreciate that, and I appreciate all that you do for Fulton County and for the Tax Commissioner's Office and for the county government.
Well, thank you.
You're an asset to the county.
Thank you.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the due dates.
Okay.
You have several due dates.
Well, yes, the City of Atlanta.
Start off with solid waste.
Solid waste. The solid waste due date has already passed. It was August 15, and we are still in the midst of collecting all those and processing the mail that came in on that day. So that day just passed this last Thursday. It was a very good day. We had, the lines were long, but they flowed really freely.
Very nice.
And the mail is still coming in.
Yeah.
So we're looking real good with solid waste.
Good. Now,
Okay.
switch modes and talk about property tax due dates.
Property tax, the City of Atlanta due date is going to be this year for September 30.
September 30.
September 30 will be the due date for the City of Atlanta taxes.
Okay.
Fulton County and the other cities that we collect for, Johns Creek, Mountain Park, those cities.
Sandy Springs.
Sandy Springs, Chattahoochee Hills are all October 15.
So those
So
are the key dates.
those are the
October
key-
15
Yes,
and September 30th.
in
the
September
key
30th
days.
are the key
Okay,
dates.
very good.
Absolutely.
Now, you print the bills yourself.
Yes, sir.
Well, at least you have the machines that print your bills
Yes.
yourself.
Yes.
In-house.
In-house, we print the bills.
That's right.
It takes us about 24 hours to print the bills, and we just run the machines continuously. We printed over 360,000 bills.
And you
this
use your
year.
our own employees.
Yes, we did.
No contracts, just our own employees.
Our own employees.
Who do double duty to learn to print those.
Yes, they
run
work
those
They
machines.
work around the clock. They work 24 hours around the clock in 3 different shifts. So, and they're beginning to be very skilled at printing tax bills. Everything this year went very smoothly. We had just a few little hiccups that we were able to go in and resolve very quickly and continue our printing process. So we were able to print those bills and get them to the mailer in a very timely manner. And like I said, they've already shown up in mailboxes.
I got mine.
You got yours? Okay, all right. So we're looking for your payment.
Yes.
sir.
Now, about paying. There are several options people have for paying tax bills.
Yes.
Let's talk about the different ones.
Okay. First, of course, they can come into the office, and our customer service people will be very gladly to help process their tax bill payment. Online, you can go online and pay those, and I think the process is very easy and very user-friendly. Our new website that we just brought up last year, and we'll continue to make improvements on that. But it's very user-friendly where they can pay it online or by telephone through our IVR. If you will call 730-6100. Had to remember that's our old number. We kept
That's
the
right.
same number so that people wouldn't be confused. But 404-730-6100 will get you into our IVR system, our interactive voice response system, and you can pay your tax bill there as well.
So on the website or on IVR, you can use what credit cards?
You can use MasterCard, Visa, and very soon Discover.
Not American Express.
American Express, not just yet.
Yeah, we're in the process
Yes.
of negotiating with the American Express people.
Absolutely.
But not yet.
Absolutely. 'Cause
Their
a lot
rates
of
are a little
people have
different.
requested that, so.
But
yeah.
their rates are different
Yes,
than the rest of the others.
Yes.
Now, I would just say that with the due dates 10/15 and September 30th, if someone is having difficulty paying with their checks or cash, they always have that option to pay online with their credit card to avoid late fees and liens.
That's correct.
And so people should not overlook that option if they are on hard times and want to defer payment.
Yes, that's correct.
You can use your credit card to pay it off
those.
and then avoid liens and bad credit ratings, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
I think that's something that people overlooked in the past.
Yes,
Okay?
sir. Yes, sir.
Now, I would also say that when it comes to paying taxes, when the due date passes, what happens?
The day after the due date, interest begins to accrue, and it accrues at a rate of 1% per month. So for the city of Atlanta, that interest will begin on October 1st. For the county and the other cities, it will begin on October 16, and that would be 1%. And on each month thereafter, it will accrue at the rate of 1% until it's paid in full.
And that's not a Fulton County law, or it's not a tax commission law, that's state law.
That's state law. Yes,
That
sir.
mandates that you put on a 1% interest per month on the unpaid balance.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And then, of course, 90 days after the due date, if it's not paid within 90 days, there's a 10% penalty. And there can be other things, such as liens, that can go on. But, of course, before a lien is issued, we will send out a notice of our intent to issue a lien. And those things we ask you to take a very close look. If you feel that there's a discrepancy in that, or maybe you've sent your payment or you believe that you sent your payment, then you should call the office when you receive that notice so we can clear up any discrepancies that you may believe that have occurred.
And so before a lien goes on, there's a warning letter called a 30-day notice of
Yes, sir.
intent to FIFE,
Yes, sir.
which is a signal that the bill is unpaid,
Yes, sir.
and give you a chance to correct any problems,
Yes, sir.
or
Yes,
to
sir.
pay it with a credit card to avoid that lien.
Right. Right. Whatever, you should not disregard that notice.
Never disregard something from the tax commissioner's or the tax assessor's office.
That's correct.
Now, the laws changed recently. Up to last year, if you file an appeal with the Board of Assessors, you're billed at 85% of the current value.
Yes, sir.
But that's now changed somewhat.
You're still billed at 85% of the current value, unless you've talked to the tax assessors and you've agreed on a different value. They have some laws that are governing that. But also, you can pay 100% of your bill. You can opt to pay 100% of your bill. So if you receive a temporary tax bill and it's based on 85% and you wish to pay 100%, then you need to call the tax commissioner's office and request that. And by request, we can recalculate your taxes at 100% and send you a new bill. We ask that you don't try to calculate it yourself and send in the temporary tax bill, the 85% coupon with your 100% remittance, because then a refund, because it will go through the processor and it will automatically refund you the difference. But if you call us, then we can calculate the 100% and send you a new bill.
So if you opt to get a 100% bill rather than the traditional 85% bill,
Yes, sir.
they should call to get another bill
Yes, sir.
rather than trying to calculate it themselves
That's correct.
and send it in 100% money
Right.
with an 85% coupon. That doesn't
Absolutely.
work.
That doesn't work. It creates a refund.
Okay.
It creates a refund. So we have to calculate that 100% in order for the system to process that
And send out a new bill
Yes, sir.
with a new coupon
Yes, sir.
corresponding to the amount to be remitted.
That's correct.
Okay. Now, this is a big office. We collect about 30% of all the property taxes in the state of Georgia in Fulton County. And last year, we collected about $2 billion.
Okay.
How does it feel processing $2 billion?
Well, it's what we do.
It's what we do. That's
it's what
right.
we do. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We do. We have a large county. We send out, like I said, a lot of bills. We send out over 360,000 bills. And it's our job to collect property taxes.
Efficiently.
Efficiently, absolutely. So it is what we do, it's what our digest is made of. And I believe we do our job well.
Well, that's nice to hear.
Yes, sir.
We do.
Yes, sir.
We take it very seriously.
We do.
Timeliness is very important in tax collecting.
Absolutely.
December 31st is a very key date for all municipalities
Right. And the school boards.
and the school board.
Yes,
It's
sir.
the date when tax anticipation notes are due.
Yes, sir.
It's a date when school boards have to repay whatever monies they may have borrowed from other places, like other accounts. Everything becomes due for governments on December 31st. And so it is incumbent upon us to collect as much as we could before year end.
Yes.
It's a very, very important date.
Yes.
And that's why it's important that we allow enough time to give people a 30-day notice,
Yes.
to put on liens, and to collect as much as we could for that last day.
Right. And that's all built into the process. That's why we work so hard on the front end and getting our digest to the State Department of Revenue to get the digest approved in time so that we can bill early enough. So we'll have the due dates like we have now, earlier due dates. And we're able to collect all the money that those school boards and the municipalities need by the end of December.
By the end of December, that's right.
A later digest, if we're late in getting our digest approved, then we're late in sending our bills, and the due dates are much later. So it's a tighter window or a closer window that we have to operate in order to meet the needs of the municipalities and the school boards and the county government.
That's right. Of that $2 billion, about just for the benefit of the taxpayers, about 50% of what we collect go to the school boards.
To the school boards.
And we have two school boards here, the county and the City of
And
Atlanta
City of
school
Atlanta,
boards.
yes.
And they're all laboring under this bad economy, and therefore it's incumbent that we collect as much as we could before that due date so that nobody defaults
Right.
while we are running this office.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
we take our jobs very seriously in
Yes,
that
sir.
regard.
Yes, sir.
What else would you like to tell taxpayers before we go? We have about a minute to go.
We have about a minute to go. And just once again to reiterate that the importance of paying the taxes and paying those taxes on time. We are here to collect the property taxes. Interest is mandated by the state government, but we would prefer to collect the taxes by the due date because everything that we do kind of circles around that date, around those dates. So we are here, and if they have any questions, if they feel like there are any discrepancies in their billing, please give us a call at our number, or they can go out to the website. They can look once again at their bill, and they can give us a call at the 404-730-6100 number. Our customer service people are there waiting to help them and to serve them.
Very good. Gladys, thank you for all that you do for
Thank
Fulton
you.
County and for the citizens of Fulton County.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for watching our show today. Of course, we like hearing from you about today's topics or any other tax-related issue. Contact our office at 404-730-6100 or email us at taxmatters@fultoncountyga.gov. That's all the time we have today. We'll see you next time on Tax Matters.